I'm gonna have to raid this supply of gunpowder and soap shop. I happen to know where I can find some clay. Welcome back, everyone. This is Zade, as always, back on the TooCrafty Vanilla Amplified server today, and as you can see, I am in the exact same armor I was in the last episode. Right? Right? My dog groaning behind me. If you heard that, means I'm lying. Oh, what happened? Where did my armor go? One might ask. You'll notice this was iron last time. It's not anymore. So I was standing about right here, and I was just kind of facing, and I kind of walked away from the computer for a few minutes. And when I came back, apparently an Enderman had teleported into the storage room, and at some point had walked in front of my field of vision, aggroed, killed me, and I came back just after the 5 minute timer would have run out, and all my stuff was gone. Now, luckily, some of my good stuff, Silk Touch pick was in here, my Fortune pick was in here, some of this stuff was in here. So I didn't lose everything, but I did lose the stuff I was wearing at the time. I had just emptied my bag. See, we'll get to this in a second. So just like a little bit of wood, no big deal. Lost my armor, lost my tools, but just made some new iron, enchanted it randomly. I bought a new random diamond chest plate from a villager over here. So that's why it's so weak. I don't have the books to fancy it up yet, but it'll do for now. And then I got my tools back. I actually got a nicer sword. This is sharpness 5 Unbreaking 3. And that is thanks to librarian books. I just crafted a diamond sword and put those on there. This is just straight, this is the axe that our blacksmith is selling over here. That's why it's just efficiency 2 Unbreaking 2. That guy sells it. It's just right there. That's just one of those. And the idea is I'll just let it kind of drain, and when it starts to get low, I'll buy another one and combine them so it'll slowly get better. Shovel, that's a random enchant. Only got efficiency 3, so but it'll do for now. And then combined some of these picks and some unbreaking books to get efficiency 4 breaking 3 pick again, so we're good there. And while I was doing all that trading and stuff, I did enchant another pick because I saw this Silk Touch one pop up, so got a spare Silk Touch. Let's go over changes during the week, mostly behind the scenes stuff, so there's not a whole bunch to show. I did, and I don't know if I've even shown this room on camera, this is just like my little AFK bedroom, and after I died to the Enderman, I went ahead and fancied it up just a little bit, so it's all 2 to 2.5 blocks tall. Just put a nice little floor and whatever in here. So this is where I AFK now, and I do the AFKing here because I want the iron farm to run for a while, and of course my crops out here to grow a lot, because I'm using all the, if you haven't seen it, let's walk and talk. All the carrots and potatoes and stuff from this farm here are what I use to trade to our farmer villager to get emeralds, so I always want these regrowing. So I do a lot of AFKing if I'm just like watching Netflix and stuff like that. And yeah, so made that little room. Also, you'll notice these used to be just 3 straight gates across. I decided I wanted them to close behind me, just so I didn't ever have to worry, like, did I forget to close this? Did someone else run to the end through here? Because the end portal's just right over there, and forget to close it, and a zombie comes wandering in. I also put in another gate right here to the villagers. I can't remember if this was here last time or not. That's just to make sure if a zombie does happen to get in here somehow, that there's another thing to block them from getting my villagers. And in all 3 I decided I didn't want to have just a pressure plate randomly sitting out. I didn't like the way it looked. So what I've done is I've gone with this tripwire design, and basically all that it is there's a tripwire here, and underneath this piece of wood, that's why the stairs are turned the way they are, it's to hide the gap. Underneath here there's just a little redstone, and that goes to a torch, and then that torch goes to another torch, which is underneath this. So when this powers, it inverts the two torches below, which powers this just for a moment, which is why that opens. And then of course, if you walk through, it closes, just like if I had a pressure plate sitting right there. So that's new little design there. As far as the villagers go, I have expanded my thing here. I think last episode it stopped right with this guy. Now it's pretty much doubled in size. I also added some sugarcane storage to our expandable minecart storage here. Started growing just a little. I don't have a farm for it yet, just the little one I showed in the last episode, just a little manual harvest. I sorted a bunch of villagers over here. I have one more armor. I didn't have an armor over here before, so that I can get the diamond chest pieces there. This is a weaponsmith and a toolsmith. Shut up, cat. I'm recording. You're rude. Anyway, then I brought a bunch of librarians over. I haven't really unlocked any of them yet, but some of them have, some decent starting stuff. This is actually the guy I got all the unbreaking stuff for my new tools. I think this is not that guy. Maybe this guy. That's Fortune 3. One of these guys. Maybe he's down there. One of these guys sells a Sharpness 5 book. It must be one of these. This one. Nope, Feather Falling 4. Luck of the Sea. Looting. Sharpness 5. There he is. Anyway, I think that is mostly what we did over here. Trying to think, did I do anything else? My cat's being obnoxious at the moment. I think he wants food. So I think that's pretty much it over here. What I'm going to do is feed this obnoxious cat so he'll shut up. And then I am going to run over to spawn and show you what all this is for. So I will be right back. Okay, so I had a bunch of red sand in my bag at the start of the episode. It's still here. You can see I've turned some of it into red sandstone. And it is because of this stuff, just as a disclaimer, that today's episode might be a little bit shorter. I was farming this stuff for hours and hours. Amplified is not friendly to red sand. Red sand only spawns in mesa biomes at kind of the lower Y values towards the water, kind of on the shores and things like that. And in an amplified world, especially the mesa that we have, it's got all these real tall mountains, so there's not a lot of red sand. So I actually ended up running along a riverbed, and I found what I could. Took a while, but hopefully it's enough, though I might have to go back for more. As you can tell, if you remember from last episode, we came here. This is Soap's little shop where he's selling mostly stuff from his witch farm. And this is the little shopping district. I do want to set another portal up here soon. I'm going to set it up right here so that we can get to and from each side of the spawn area quicker. But what is all this red sand for? And some jungle wood, some oak, some other things. It is for... see what the sign says. What does the sign say? Future home of Zad Mart. Coming soon. Ooh. Maybe that's what this giant square is. Yes. Yes, indeed it is. Today, I am about to start groundwork on the new Zad Mart shop. You can see I have marked off the area. It's the design. What I've done is I took last season's shop and I made it larger, and then I've changed the color scheme and kind of updated it a little bit, things like that. So it should have some similarities. Those of you who watched season 1 will hopefully be able to kind of see the resemblance, but it'll look very different, and then it's got a lot more space this time, so it's going to be a lot bigger. I'm mainly going to make it out of red sandstone. I decided that it's a new block, and I would like to use it for something. And I think this is a good project for it. Of course, I went ahead and made it really big, and therefore I don't know how much more sandstone I'm going to get. So I do not expect to be able to finish it today, but I would like to sort of get started. I don't know what I'm going to do for the floor just yet. I have a couple ideas, but I'll just kind of see. I'm going to wait until I know where I'm going to kind of put chests and things like that for shopping. And once I get that kind of stuff set up, I think that'll be easier to pick the floor. I've also got to do some terraforming. I want the floor to be where that you basically stand at this level so it's even with the road. So I've got a little terraforming to do, mostly around the edges. I'm going to smooth the land out coming up to the building so it's not like an awkward hole into it. And then on this side, I'm just going to kind of make it so the hill that's right here just kind of keeps going up just a little bit so it meets the edge flat around here. And then we'll kind of decorate, maybe add some trees. This hill was here. I already knocked down a roadway. It just kind of goes to like right here. I'm probably just going to carve through right there and just knock this hill out. Just a little shallow hill anyway. And yeah, I think that'll do. I think that'll do good. Just this little part and this little part. Just about, like, just kind of right through there or something. Just carve it out, make it look nice. But I'm going to get to work on that. I will definitely not be finishing tonight. It's already pretty late, but I want to hopefully get maybe a little section done, or at least a little bit, so you can kind of see a little bit of the colors that are going to go into this, and get this hill out of the way and things like that. Not sure how far I'm going to get, but I'm going to take a break here and do a little bit of work at least and show you what I get done tonight, and we'll go from there. So let's get to work. Well, as would have it, it's getting late, not just in game, as you can see by the sunset over my shoulder there, but it is also 1 a.m. and I better go to bed because I actually work in the morning, which is unfortunate. And the other thing that is unfortunate is it's gonna take a lot more of this red sandstone than I hoped it would. Yeah. So I'm probably going to be headed back to the Mesa during the week. Maybe I'll try to stream it, so watch for that. Follow me on Twitch if you're not. Got some new streaming equipment set up. I just need to get some light bulbs for my new lights. And then I want to try it out, so maybe that's what I'll do on the stream. But I do have enough to show you what the storefront is going to look like, although I don't have the glass over here yet. So the windows are empty, but voila! Huh? Not bad, right? I like it. There's a lot of torches on the ground. These will have to go, but for now, they stay. I think there's a cave right under here somewhere, because I hear a spider right now. I was hearing a zombie earlier, like even in the middle of the day. Not sure where they are, but whatever. We'll find them later. If you remember, like I said, last season, if you remember Zad Mart, the original Zad Mart, it kind of had this same shape. I basically took the same shape, I converted it to sandstone instead of the clay. I'm using more iron bars than glass, though there are going to be glass windows right here. It's going to be, I think I'm using gray is what I decided on for that. And then up here I had like a window last season. I just kind of went for this cool little sandstone design. But we will get this finished. We'll keep working on that. You know, this is a big project. It's a big store. It's a very important place. And therefore it can't just be built, you know, instantly. It's gotta, you know, if you see a store getting built in town, driving by, you always see the coming soon signs and you watch it slowly take shape. So that's what's gonna happen here. And we're gonna keep working on that, but basically I can show you sort of what it's gonna look like. This is what the storefront's gonna be, and if you just sort of take this section right here, the sides, it's gonna be the same on the sides. So this is going to be on the side and this is going to be on the side, but then instead of this section in the middle, it'll just kind of push in and there'll be another one of these windows. So that might kind of give you an idea of what's going on, but you'll be able to see it better as time goes on and we continue to get this done. I am going to ask you right now if any of you have ideas for flooring. Let me know. I have a couple little ideas, but I'm not sure on any of them. There's one I'm sort of leaning towards just because it's the best of the group. But I'd love it if you guys had some ideas. So if you have an idea for flooring, whether it's the entire floor. This is a 20, let's see, I guess the floor itself is a 19 by 19 square. If you're interested in going all out, or if you just want to suggest a block to use or anything like that, let me know what might look good. The inside is basically gonna look sort of like this, minus the ladder, lots of red. There's gonna be an oak roof, so that's gonna be in there too. I know you can't see the whole thing, but primarily you're gonna be matching this orange color here. It's supposedly red clay, but it is totally orange. So yeah, let me know, and let me know how excited you are to see Xade-Mart, because I'm super excited to make some diamonds. I'm so excited, in fact, that I almost built a mob farm just to get some gunpowder, and we will definitely be doing that, but I think for now I'm gonna have to raid this supply of gunpowder and soap shop. I happen to know where I can find some clay. Why would I need gunpowder? Because what does every amazing grand opening need, especially something as amazing as Xade-Mart? Needs fireworks, right? Right.